Hello, in this video I'll show you how to replace the front control arm bushings on Audi A5. The control arm that I'm talking about is this one right there, and these are the two control arm bushings that we need to replace. In order to replace them, first we need to remove the control arm, we need to remove this bolt there. Also we need to remove this bolt there and the bolt for the ball joint as well. We'll start by removing the middle bolt, which is for the shock absorber. Next, we will remove the rear bolt. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Next, we're going to remove this bolt for the ball joint and then take out the ball joint. Now that the bolt for the ball joint is removed, I'm going to use this spreader tool to spread the place where the ball joint is sitting so that I can take out the ball joint. Before I take out the ball joint, first I'm going to remove part of this engine under tray so that I can take out the control arm from the rear, and then I'll take out the ball joint. Now for the ball joint to go out, I'm going to hammer it a little bit and it will come out. And as the ball joint out of its place, now we can take out the control arm. Next, we're going to replace the control arm bushings. First, we're going to replace this one. We need a ring like this that's bigger diameter than the diameter of the bushing to put it underneath. And then we need another ring which is smaller diameter, a little bit smaller diameter than the diameter of the bushing to press the bushing out. First, I'm going to put a ring that's as big as the diameter of the bushing, just to start pushing the bushing out, and then I'm going to put I'm going to put a smaller diameter ring, so that when I push it, the ring is not going to get stuck in the control arm. Now that I've pushed the bushing a little bit, I'm going to replace the ring with a little bit smaller ring. This way the ring is not going to get stuck into the control arm. And I'm going to continue to push until the bushing comes out. And that's the bushing out. Now we're going to replace it with a new one. This is the new one, and that's the part number for it. This one you can lubricate it a little bit before putting it on, and now we're going to put it on the control arm. When we put the bushing on the control arm, we're again going to put a ring on it that's as big as diameter as the bushing, and we're going to press it in all the way. On the bottom, the bushing and the ring should be again bigger diameter than the bushing, so that the bushing can go inside the ring. And that's the bushing all the way in. Now we're going to remove the rings and just check if everything is okay. Everything is okay, so now we're going to replace the smaller bushing, which is in the middle. To replace this bushing, we're again going to put underneath a ring that's bigger diameter than the bushing, and on top we're going to put a ring that's a little bit smaller diameter than the bushing, so that when we press the bushing, the ring is not going to get stuck into the control arm. And now we're going to start pushing it. Now that it started to come out, I'm going to replace the ring with a little bit smaller one, and now I'm going to push it again until it comes out all the way. And that's the bushing out. This is the new bushing that I'm going to put in, and this is the part number for it. That's it. I'm going to again lubricate it a little bit, and then put it on the control arm, and then push it in all the way. And that's the bushing all the way in, so that means the two bushings on the control arm are replaced. Next we're going to put the control arm back on the car. First we need this strut spreader tool to spread the place where the ball joint is sitting, and then we're going to put the control arm in, along with first we're going to put the ball joint in and then the control arm in its place. For the ball joint to go in all the way, if you need to wiggle it a little bit and to go in eventually. Once the ball joint is in all the way, now we're going to remove this spreader tool and put on the bolt and put on the control arm in onto the chassis and onto the shock absorber and put the 3 bolts in. Once the bolts are in, we're not going to tighten them completely. Before we tighten the rear bolt and the middle bolt, first we need to lift up the whole suspension just on one side, and then we're going to tighten them. The bolt on the ball joint is the only bolt that we can tighten right now. The other 2 bolts, first we're going to lift up the suspension with the transmission jack and then we're going to tighten the 2 bolts. This is a transmission jack that we're going to be lifting the suspension with. We need to lift up the suspension before tightening the bolts because when the suspension is lifted up, that means that car is like sitting on the ground, and then the bushings will be tightened in a way like the car is sitting on the ground. This way there's not going to be pressure on them when they sit on the ground. And now we're going to tighten the 2 bolts. After we tighten the 2 bolts, then we're done. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.